Listen to this before you spend your attribute points in Avowed. So in this game, your damage stat will not change between any builds or classes. What this means is no matter what type of weapon you're using, whether it be a bow, a sword, guns, or magic, the damage you do will always be based and scale on your might attribute. Normally you think wizards would need intellect or rangers would need dexterity, but in Avowed, all damage is based on the might attribute, including spell damage. Might increases the percent damage you do, while intellect only increases how much essence you have and your elemental resistance, and dexterity increases the attack and action speed. Here is a list of each attribute and what they increase, so be sure to customize your build to your playstyle. Here are 4 abilities in Avowed you should get as soon as possible. Constant Recovery will allow you to regenerate health after being hit in combat. Evasive will reduce the stamina cost of dodging, but it does cap at 50% at rank 3. Tanglefoot will root enemies in place for an AoE, and it's great to have early game for crowd control. And then you have Grimoire Mastery. This will allow you to use higher level spells in a Grimoire book. Even if you don't like using magic, I do highly recommend using this, because it's very strong, at least from my experience with it. You should be looting everything as often as possible. So in Avowed, your carrying capacity doesn't really matter. You do have a carrying capacity, so you can't be encumbered, but you can very easily, very easily send items from your inventory to the party stash at camp. So leave no item untouched, because you can either sell it, or more importantly, you can even break it down for crafting materials. So always be looting. Avowed seems to have a special mechanic where loot and resources do not respawn, meaning a lot of the items found are finite, like coins and upgrade materials. With that being said, be sure to get the scavenger skill to rank 5 to ensure you can get extra materials you pick up around the world. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any other Avowed guides, along with other RPGs that come out as well. This channel is heavily focused on RPGs, and we always make guides, and we also stream them as well. So I'd greatly appreciate the support if you want to stick around. You need to be hoarding lockpicks in Avowed. Merchants in Avowed seem to get a bit greedy because their prices increase quite a bit after you get to each new city. However, one item you should make a priority to buy as soon as possible and as often as possible are lockpicks. These typically only cost around 15 coins each, and of course allow you to unlock locked chests throughout the world. Some of these chests have really important items, like very hard to find upgrade materials or unique weapons and armor, so you will always want to have lockpicks on you at all times. Are you ignoring this mechanic in Avowed? As soon as you go from area to area, you should always be trying to upgrade your weapons and armor to the next available quality you can. To do this, you'll want to spend your upgrade materials at the workbench, at camp, or be on the lookout at the shops for higher quality gear when you get to the next region or next towns. But as mentioned before, doing that can be a bit pricey, so at least try to upgrade as often as possible. It's much better. If you see this, you need to run. Avowed has a way of letting you know if the enemies around are too hard for your current level by showing you how many skulls are above their head. 0 to 1 skulls typically mean they won't be much of a challenge, while 2 skulls means it will hit hard and be a bit of a challenge. So be going in that one with caution. However, if you see 3 skulls, this means you are not welcome in the area. That is their zone. You need to leave as soon as possible, because that is not going to be a fun time for you. This is completely broken in Avowed. So if you enter the party camp when you are low on HP and essence, you will immediately recharge all of it. Anytime you exit a dungeon and you don't have any potions and you are like struggling with your HP and MP or essence in this game, return to the party camp, rest, and then return back to wherever you just were. I'm not sure if this is how this is supposed to be, but it works very well and saves you on wasting consumables if you don't want to, or even food items. So if you're low on HP, just go back to camp real quick, rest, and go back out. It's so fast, it's way easy. That's all for this video, but I want to hear from you. What advice not mentioned here would you share with someone just starting out, or is something you wish you would have known from the beginning? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and for more content like this, be sure to check out this video here. Y'all be safe. Peace.